everybody? This your main man, DG the Great, back again with another video on the channel. This will be a preview of the Dawgs versus the Gators. This Saturday at 3:30 down here at the bank in Jacksonville, Florida. You know, both teams coming off a bye week, and both teams coming off impressive wins. You know, the Dawgs went to Austin, handled business over there against the Longhorns. Then, over here in Gainesville, the Gators took care of business against the Kentucky Wildcats by a score of 48-20. UGA handled Texas by a score of 30-15. So, both teams went into the bye week with momentum, and both of them going to definitely come out of the bye week with momentum. So the question is, which team going to want it more? That's the question. Which team going to want it more? I will say Florida looking way better with DJ Ladway than they did with Graham Mertz. And that's no knock on Graham Mertz. I mean, he did good things for Florida. His passing completion percentage was over 70%. But yeah, DJ Ladway, man, I just feel like the playbook opened up more with him. I just feel like it's way more stuff they can do with him in that offense. And I feel like he fit Billy Napier offense better than Graham Mertz. Why? Because of his mobility. He can move around in the pocket. He can get outside the pocket. He can make plays with his legs when he ain't got nothing in the pass game. Graham Mertz was able to make plays with his legs too, but it wasn't as efficient as DJ Ladway. So yeah, I think Florida is a better team with DJ Ladway, even though he's a true freshman. But he's living up to the hype. He's definitely living up to the hype. And like I say, Georgia better come into this game and treat it like, how they did Texas. Don't play down to your competition. Don't think about the win streak that you already got on Florida. Because, in this game, we all know streaks come to an end. They come to an end eventually. And, they got pride too, just like our Dawgs got pride. We done beat them 3 years in a row by 20-plus points. They tired of hearing that. So, yeah, we better come into this game and be ready to go to work. They got athletes just like we got athletes. And I hope we ain't taking them lightly. I don't think Coach will have, the Dawgs taking them lightly, because he played for Georgia, played in this game, so he understand the importance of this game. What does rivalry mean for the Georgia Bulldogs? And he also know what does rivalry mean for the Florida Gators. I think he's 1-3 against the Gators when he played. So, like I said, they dominated the Niners with Steve Spurrier. Like, they dominated the Niners. Like, I think we got one win against them, and that was in '97. So, yeah, they dominated the series. So, we better come into this game, focus, alert, and come down here to handle business and get up out of here with a win. Far as Georgia, I hope the defense that came to Austin show up in Jacksonville. I want that defense. That defense look like the defense of the 21-22 season. Yeah, I want that defense. Yeah, I love that. Offense, I hope we finally gel. Last year, this is the game that the offense gel. And when I tell you they gel, they went on to handle business. We just fell short of the championship. But, hey, they handle business. That offense was clicking. They clicked at the right time. It clicked in the Florida game. That's the game that Carson Beck had 315-yard passing, 3 touchdowns. That was a nice homecoming for him. So, it's a lot of intriguing storylines in this game this year. The biggest one of them all, Trevor Etienne, transferring from Florida, coming to your biggest rival, the Georgia Bulldogs. And yes, I say we are Florida's biggest rival. I think we're way bigger than Florida State is. I think we are, and that's an in-state game. But I think Georgia is way bigger. Why? Because a loss to us will hurt them way more than a loss to Florida State for SEC purposes, for winning championships in the SEC, things of that nature. But on the flip side, Florida State, a Florida state loss can mean, especially if Florida good, like a Florida State loss can be on a bigger national stage. So it all depends on which Florida fan you ask who is the bigger rival. I feel like the older fans of Florida or don't like Georgia. And I feel like the younger cats are more so of they look at Florida State as their bigger rival. But hey, I don't know. It's the same thing with Georgia. Me personally, Florida is my biggest rival. Like, I despise Florida out of all the rivals that we got. That's Auburn, that's Tennessee, that's Georgia Tech, South Carolina, Clemson. Florida is number 1 on that list. Followed by Auburn. Then Tennessee. Then I put Georgia Tech at 4, and then Clemson at 5. That's just my top 5. far as like how I look at the rivalries or whatever. But yes, Florida is top of the list for me. No question about it. Don't like Florida. Don't like the color blue and orange. None of that. Like, no. I wish they can lose all the games, but I know that ain't possible. But so yeah, back to the game. Yeah, we better come in and play with reckless abandon. Like I say, Lagway kind of put me in the mind of Jalen Miro. They both 6'3". I think Miro a little bigger than I think Lagway a little bigger than Miro. Lagway 240. I think Miro is like around like 225, something like that. But yeah, they both big quarterbacks. And like I say, the difference between them, Miro is he's a better athlete than Lagway, but Lagway is a better passer than Miro. And like I said, we had trouble with Miro the both times we played him because he made plays with his legs. We always have a problem with quarterbacks that make plays with their legs. So yeah, man, we're gonna have to come with it. Yeah, he's a freshman, but I don't care about that. He done played in like 3 or 4 games, so he got a feel for it. And he ain't no slouch. He was the highest rated quarterback in the class that came in, and I want to say he was a number 3 overall recruit. So he ain't no slouch. So we better be ready to play, which I know we will. Kirby gonna have them ready, and this team, they getting up for Billy now. They gonna be playing for Billy Napier, and what bigger way to save his job than to beat Georgia? Man, that man beat Georgia. They might they might give him a contract extension after the game. That's just how big of a win this will be for them. So, but we got outside of that, as far as injuries and players out of the game, we won't have Roger Robinson or Branson Robinson in this game. Both of those guys are dealing with injuries. So the running backs that we have is Trevor Etienne, Cash Jones, and Nate Frazier. Far as offensive line, Tate Ratledge supposed to come back. They said he could have played in the Texas game if needed, but his due date back from injury was the Florida game. So that's when we was expecting him back anyway. So we'll see. On the defensive side of the ball, we got Dan Jackson and Aguilera. They were going to both miss the first half of the game because they got hit with target penalties in the second half of the Texas game. So by ruling, they're going to have to miss the first half of this Florida game. So that's where KJ Bolden and Jacoby Thomas will come into play. So we good, though. Jacoby Thomas actually started against Clemson this year. Him and KJ Bolden was switching up. But yeah, he actually started the game, so I feel good about that. Mikael Williams, he's looking like he's getting close and close to 100%. Jordan Hall, he hasn't played this year. He's dealing with tendonitis in his Achilles. And we all know how that can be. Don't nobody want to tell his Achilles, so they taking their time with him, trying to get on right with that. Like Coach say, sometimes it jump up on him out of nowhere, and it hurt. It's your Achilles tender. So, and that's a muscle you don't want to tear. It don't really get that much blood flow, and it's a beast to recover from. So, and I also learned that too. They say, and it's neither here nor there, but they like the further away your muscle is from your heart, the less blood flow it get. So that what a physical therapist had told me that I used to work with. I ain't never do no research on this here, but I just took his word for it. But he say, yeah, that's the case with him. But Warren Brinson, he back healthy. Who else on that defensive line that was down? I think that was about it. Oh, Smile Money, he down, which is our linebacker. He got something going on with his lower leg. It's like a knee or ankle issue or something. Let me see who else. I think that's all the injuries. And like I said, we're gonna miss Dan Jackson and Aguilera for the Florida first half. But that's okay. So we're gonna have to hunker down in the first half. We're gonna have to hunker down in the first half. We're gonna have to, get it right. As far as Florida, like they missing 2 of their top players, one on offense, one on defense. Jason Marshall on defense, and Eugene Wilson on offense. Those guys won't play in this game either. So, we'll see. We'll see how it go out, man. But I ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer, man. I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all my prediction for this game. And I'm super excited, man. I can't wait. Super, super excited. I don't think we'll beat them by 20 points this year. I think it'll be a closer ball game because of the quarterback play. I think we'll beat them between 10 and 14 points. So on that note, I'm gonna go with. I say this: we're favored by 16.5. We won't cover. I'll say that. Florida will cover the spread with a loss, but we're not gonna cover. So with that being said, I got us winning by a score of 38-24. Yeah, we're gonna beat them by 14 points. So yeah, that's my final prediction for that game. I think we're gonna beat them by 14. So I'm gonna go 38-24. And like I said, I ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer, man. Y'all, all my Georgia fans and the Florida fans out there, man. I hope y'all getting ready for the world's largest outdoor cocktail party. You know what's going down in Jacksonville this Saturday. Every time we link up, baby, it's a big party. Yeah, our teams are rival, but hey, when we meet up with each other, like I say, I never have no issue with Florida fan when I go downtown. None. Whether you win, lose, it's always love. It's a big old party, man, and that's what I like about it. I never had no problems, and like it be good, clean shit talking, fun. Nobody getting their feelings. It just be fun. I'm looking forward to this game. I really am. Like every year, I look forward to. I circle it every year. And we all know it's gonna be around Halloween. That's what it always be, with the exception of the COVID year. It was like a week after Halloween. But yeah, the game always be around Halloween. So I can't wait, man. Like I say, if y'all out there trick-or-treating tonight with your loved one, your little ones, man, y'all be safe out here, man. We still live in a crazy little hostile world, man. A lot of stuff be going on. So, y'all be safe out there, man. Make sure y'all check that candy for your little kids eat it, man. Hope y'all have a safe Halloween. Y'all be blessed. And y'all already know what it is when it come to DG the Great. It ain't nothing but them dogs. Go Dogs.